Good morning. How's everybody doing today? It is a better day today. We still have a little breeze, but we don't have the crazy wind we've had. I still have the sheets on the lemon, but when we get back from our walk, I'm going to take them off. I was happy to see that it didn't look like there was a whole bunch of flowers on the ground under the tree. The problem with wind and lemons that are blooming is if it blows all your flowers off, you won't get any lemons. So it didn't look like any more had fallen off than had before. So I think it's a combination. Whoa, Meg. Goodness, I think it's a combination of having your tree. You are all excited. You want to go for this walk. Having your tree adequately hydrated and then also wind block. So, yay, I think we succeeded. I put a little more water on it yesterday before it got dark. Meg is happy to get out here and walking. We walked early last night at 3, which is earlier than we would normally walk in the evening, just because it was getting so windy. It wasn't going to be safe to be outside. We had like some 55 and 65 mile per hour gusts last night, which is really strong wind. And when you live someplace that's really dry, a lot of things get airborne with wind. In fact, I wear sunglasses when I walk, even if it's cloudy, because I want to make sure that if there's any wind, I don't get anything in my eyes. That actually happened to me once before. My husband and I were walking in the evening during the summer, and it felt like you were in a blow dryer. You know, you weren't cold at all, but he always has glasses on. I don't need them for vision correction, and I didn't have any glasses on, and I actually had something blow into my eye. Thankfully, it didn't stay there, but yeah, that can be unpleasant. It could be dangerous too. So if you live in a windy, dry place, wear something to protect your eyes for sure. I'm happy to report that all the plants that I had planted already survived the wind. I was a little worried about the eggplants, but I think they were low enough to the ground that they were okay. Thank goodness. A lot of work goes into growing those plants. It actually takes a long time to get an eggplant to the point where it's going to be mature enough to fruit, like about 3 months. You are the digging girl. You are happy. I think she likes this cooler weather. She doesn't like the wind, but she likes the cooler temperatures. It's that part Siberian Husky in her, right? So the next few nights, I don't think it's going to be as windy, but it's going to be a little cooler. So the pumpkins that I've already planted, I'm going to cover those because squash do not like cold temperatures. And I'm going to wait a little longer before I plant my cucumber seedlings and other squash, just to give them more time, right? It's kind of a bit of work covering stuff. Not as much work as covering that lemon, boy. Covering that lemon's a lot of work. I put that quilt over the top of the sheets, and that blew off. I finally gave up on that, but thankfully it doesn't seem to have mattered, so yay. I really want to grow lemons this year, so Mother Nature, please cooperate. Okay, I prayed for my tree. Thank you, Jesus. But I'm happy to say it's a beautiful day. I am dressed pretty warm still. I got a jacket over a big sweatshirt, but it's going to be gorgeous. I think we'll try to get a little bit longer walk in today. Hey, Holly Ann Fry, thanks for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. Adrian Kennedy, hey, welcome to the channel. Good morning. Apuchi. She is up. I guess we're going to have to get out of the sidewalk. I'm not sure if that's the park manager or if somebody's riding on a golf cart. There's one gentleman that walks his dog riding a golf cart, and his dog's not very friendly, so we give him a little bit of space. Oh, Adrian, you're from Vegas. That's awesome. We're in Henderson. How are you? Oh, the doggos. You like dogs too? We love dogs in our house. She's my little buddy, that's for sure. So nice to enjoy this day. Yep, we got the park manager. He's a good guy. He takes good care of our park. It's always nice and clean. It looks good. Oh, you just walked your terror, huh, Adrian? That's awesome. Meg, sometimes we call her Meg the monster. She's a really sweet girl, but sometimes she gets all excited and she spins on the end of her leash like a helicopter, which is a lot of work for me. She doesn't do it to Daddy, she just does it to Mommy. Sorry, I had to drop the live stream. My husband was calling me. I don't know if anybody's still there or not, but my husband's bowling the USBC today in Louisiana, and somebody had to stay home with his dog, so I wasn't there, and he just called. So I apologize. I had to drop it all of a sudden. I wasn't able to talk with him long enough this morning because somebody showed up at the door right when he called, and so I felt horrible about that. But if you're in the bowling community, wish Carrie Painter good luck today. Everybody he's talked to has felt like the shot was really, really hard, and I told him it's your 29th year of bowling. If anybody can do it, it's you. And don't be afraid to change balls. Don't be afraid to change lane positions. So let's see, where were we? Yeah, I'm out walking Meg. I'm happy it's not as windy as it was yesterday. And I'm going to try to do a really long walk today because I've had several lunch dates this week. Everybody found out my husband was going out of town. And so I've had 3 lunch dates, if you can believe that. I'm a lucky girl, but yep, got to do a little walking here. Work some of that off, right? Or he'll come back to chunky wife. Not that there's anything wrong with being chunky if you are. Everybody's just got to be what they are. Oops. Come on, baby. Hello. But I'm thankful that all the plants that I put out made it last night. I will be covering my squash up because squash don't really like cold temperatures, and it's supposed to be 45, 47, 48 the next few nights. I think it'd probably be fun to ride on one of those, huh? It reminds me of watching the hockey games in Alaska. They had these machines called Zambonis, and sometimes it looked like those guys were having a really good time doing the ice. Anybody ever watch the Zamboni machine on the hockey ice? Any hockey fans out there? Where I come from in Alaska, hockey's big, and it turns out hockey's big here too, in Las Vegas. Oh wow, here comes the wind. I haven't been to a hockey game here though. I don't really like big crowds, so that and the parking, culturally I'm not used to that. Coming where I come from, you can just park and walk in, and it's a total of 3,000 people in there if it's packed, which doesn't always happen. But Alaskans are big fans of hockey. So I really wish I could see my husband bowl today, but I don't really care for Louisiana that much. I'm sorry, no offense if you're from Louisiana. It's humid, lots of bugs. Every time I've been there, I've gotten this emergency warning. Take shelter, imminent danger, electrical storm, tornado, lightning. And then your power goes out in your room, right? That's been my experience in Louisiana. I will say I did enjoy having breakfast at Waffle House though. People don't really eat grits in Alaska where I come from, and I actually really like the grits. I thought they were pretty good. Anybody else like grits? Am I the only weirdo that likes grits? I know at least one other person who likes them, one of my husband's friends. So I'm probably going to try to do a little bit of gardening today. Let's see, finished transplanting the quinoa. Last night I was working on my quilting project, but I also sewed a bunch more kind of like tunnel tubes that I'm planting them in. And I'm planting them in those in order to protect them from the critters. Because last year when I tried growing quinoa, I had one plant survive the critters. But it actually did make a head of quinoa, so it likes the environment. But it's just everything wants to eat it, right? So today I'll probably plant the quinoa and call it good and wait a few more days before I plant anything else. Let it warm up just a little bit more. I can still put stuff out. When you have plants, you have to put them out to harden them off because they can get sunburned just like people. Anyway, hope you have a blessed day. Thanks for watching.